Hello, this is a summary of what it was 2024 and what it is going to be 2025 for this channel. So let's start with the good news. I have been working very hard in getting this studio to look better. This background I have here I hope is more pleasant for the viewer. I've been updating the lights and cameras and stuff to get into a workflow that allows me to make videos faster, especially the table that you see there behind me, to be able to have a workbench where I can just show and display the different changes I do to different retro computers and electronic projects. I have behind-the-scenes content about building the studio and the different challenges that I have to encounter during it, and you can find that in Patreon. With a very small contribution, you can get access to behind the scenes, the videos before they are released, and direct communication with me. That support helps me a lot to keep the lights on and continue producing content on this channel. Another good thing in 2024 is the collaboration with Retro Recipes, which is a channel I have been following and supporting in Patreon for many years, and it is my favorite retro computing nostalgia channel on YouTube. Perifractic and his wife Lady Fractic have amazing content in this channel, and he has been very kind to provide an interview that I made on the beginning of 2024. Check it out, links below. And recently I had the opportunity to share one video in their channel, link as well below. It's about Commodore 64 tapes backup. Another good thing during 2024 is getting sponsored by PCBWay. Speaking of which, starting by just $5, you can get your own PCBs delivered home with the best quality that you have in the market. You design your own PCBs, create your own projects, send them to PCBWay, and you will get them delivered to you. They also do CNC and 3D printing, so basically it's your one-point solution for all the different projects that you might have in mind. Take a look and check the link below, and thank you PCBWay for sponsoring this video. For 2025, these are the projects I'm thinking about working on. First of all, the NEC Vinegar Syndrome. This laptop here is an NEC PC98 architecture. This is very dear to me because it's the first laptop I used Windows 95 and I was able to connect directly to the internet anywhere. Unfortunately, this laptop is suffering for something called vinegar syndrome, which is a decay, a process on these LCD screens that they break down chemically and create this weird effect that looks like someone scratched on the screen, producing this kind of vinegarish smell. But there are many challenges here because the laptop turns on, but I don't see absolutely anything on the screen. I should see something, doesn't make any more noises of the hard drive working. So I need to figure out what's going on. Maybe it's broken, maybe it just misses the operating system. I don't know. So it's going to be an interesting and challenging project. Next one is going to be the Odyssey 2. That was my first video game console. As a kid, because we were moving homes, I was able to save it from end up in the bin and smuggle the motherboard and some games. So I don't have the case, but I got this G7000, which is the European version. And I'm planning to bring mine back to life by using this as an example, as a guide on how I can bring it back. I also want to revamp this Commodore 64. This has been in the family for a very long time, and as you can see, it's damaged. The case is a little bit broken. One of the keys doesn't work. So I was thinking about giving a complete modern update. I want to paint the case. I want to add as many accessories and different improvements to it as I can to become some sort of a hybrid between a Commodore 64 and whatever we can achieve nowadays with the different modifications and new technology that we can apply to it. I want to work more on Raspberry Pi, Pico, Arduino and other single board computers and try to connect them with different technologies like, for example, local LLMs, and see what we can do with them and use them for different projects related to retro computers and also for different modern projects that could help daily life. Also, during 2024, I went to Slovenia for a trip and I happened to find the Slovenian Computer History Museum and I had a lot of fun in there. So I would like to try to do more field trips in different places where they have vintage technology here in the UK where I live or somewhere else if I have a chance to go. But last and not least, some people is asking me if I'm going to continue with the Commodore 64 programming series. Yes, I want to do that. I just haven't had the time. Hopefully this year I can start at least slowly creating more episodes about it. And many projects I tried to work in 2024, but I didn't have the time for it, so I'm gonna try to do that in 2025. If you made it all the way here, remember that you can support this channel through Patreon with a very small contribution. Helps me to keep the lights on. And I wish you a very prosperous and happy 2025, and thank you for watching.